Welcome to this short presentation from Formations Direct, which covers common questions about limited companies and is for general guidance only. If you still have any queries after watching these, contact your accountant or get in touch with us on 0161 798 9999 or email info@formationsdirect.com. Now let's have a look at what a limited company is. A UK limited company is a legal creation established and governed by the Companies Act. The process of setting up a limited company is usually referred to as company formation, whereby it is registered at Companies House, the place where a live database of all UK limited companies is kept. A company is a distinct and separate entity from its owners and the people who run it. It has its own status for taxation, financial and general legal purposes. Think of it as another person. And who actually owns and runs the company? The directors run a limited company and the shareholders, sometimes referred to as members, own it. The basic principles are the same for all companies irrespective of size. The directors may also be shareholders, will always answer to the shareholders and are legally bound to act in the best interest of the shareholders. One member and one director is the minimum requirement, and they can be the same person. The director is the person who bears responsibility for the actions of the company. So, what is the cost of forming a company? This is typically between £50 and £100 when using an agent, which we recommend doing, and will depend on how complex your requirements are. If you use an accountant, there will be extra costs to cover the initial business and tax advice. And how long does it take, and when can I start trading? Registration is normally within 24 to 48 hours, and you can trade with it as soon as the registration is completed. An off-the-shelf company is pre-registered and you can trade as soon as you pay for it. If you don't wish to trade yet, you can keep the company dormant for as long as you wish. Now we've understood the basics, what are the running costs? These are basically the same as any type of business. It may cost extra to arrange your own wages, you will be employed by the company even if you are the only shareholder, and will have to account for PAYE. There is an annual statutory fee of around £15 for keeping the company on the register of Companies House, and be aware there are penalties for the late delivery of certain documents at Companies House. So, is there a requirement for an accountant? It's not a legal requirement for a limited company to have an accountant, but it is advisable to use an accountant as they will prevent you from making costly errors, prepare your year-end statutory accounts and almost certainly reduce your tax charges. Companies will only need a mandatory audit once their turnover, sales or balance sheet value is in the millions, and your accountant can advise you of the exact figures which change periodically. What about liability for the company's debts? You are not liable unless you sign a personal guarantee or trade fraudulently. A limited company is limited in the sense that its owners are not liable for its debts. Some people see a limited company as an insurance policy, especially for a new business or a high-risk business. Many people lose their home and other assets because they started up not being limited. You need to assess the risk of your situation. What is a registered office? This is an official address for the company where legal documents and letters from Companies House can be served. It does not have to be the trading address, and it can be your home, your accountant's office, or at any address that suits you. It is crucial that the address used is reliable in dealing with incoming post. And the director's service address? This is an official address for the director of the limited company where legal documents and letters from Companies House can be served. It does not have to be the trading address. It can be their home, their accountant's office, or at any address that suits them. It is crucial that the address used is reliable in dealing with incoming post. Apart from limited liability, let's discuss other advantages. You can give a share of the business to others, for example family or friends. It may be easier to attract people to invest money in your business. Obtaining bank loans may be easier. There are no higher rate tax bands. In the event of a partner leaving or somebody dying, it is easier to continue the business. It's easier to sell the business. You have better standing in the public eye. It can assist in the protection of a name. People have more confidence in your business as they can check up on your limited company on the public records at Companies House. Subcontractors and agency workers may find it easier to obtain work using a limited company. Okay, but are there any disadvantages? The preparation of annual accounts will probably cost more than a sole trader. The public can check up on certain aspects of your business. Thanks for watching. If you still have any questions, contact your accountant or get in touch with us on 0161 798 9999 or email info@formationsdirect.com.